I've got a bill to repeal the federal. I'm
I
not
worked in
talking to
the
you
school
anymore.
for 20 years.
You're just screaming.
I was a teacher. I was screaming before you came and interrupted me. I worked in the school for 20 years.
Go over there and scream.
Why the hell won't you do anything to save America's children? And let them explain that all the way up until Election Day on 2024. Let them explain it all the way up to Election Day on 2024. They're freaking cowards. They're gutless. They're not here. I'm talking about gun violence.
You know, there's never been
I'm
a
talking
school
about
shooting
gun violence.
in a school that allows teachers to carry.
Carry guns?
Would you
More guns lead to more death.
Would you co-sponsor
More
my bill?
guns lead to more death.
Would you co-sponsor
Look at
my
the
bill?
data. You're not looking at any data. You're carrying the water for the gun lobby.
No,
Look at the data. More guns lead to more deaths. States that have open carry laws have more deaths.
In every school
States
that allows
that have open
there's
carry
never been a
laws
shooting.
have more deaths.
There's never been a shooting.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Calm down.
Yeah, calm down. Children are dying.
I know, I've got
9-year-old children. Because the solution is not arming teachers.
That's
I've gone
worked
to work
in every school. In
Have
every
you
school
ever
that's
worked in a
done it.
school?
In every
Have you ever worked in a school? Have you ever worked in a school? It's a yes or no question.
Have you ever looked at the data?
You will not answer my question. Don't stop and talk to me. Okay, I'll bring it down a notch.
All right, folks.
Have you ever worked in a school?
I've got a bill to repeal the
I
federal. I'm
worked
not
in the
talking to you
school
anymore.
for 20 years.
You're just screaming.
I was a
I
teacher.
gotta see
I was screaming before you came and interrupted me. I worked in the school
over there
for
and
20
scream.
years.
Go over there and scream.
I worked in the school 20 years.
In every school.
I was a
that
teacher,
allows
I was a
teachers to
school
carry.
counselor, I was a middle school principal, I was in cafeterias
Every
protecting
school
kids
that allows
every day of
teachers
my
to carry,
career.
there's never been a shooting. Never been a shooting. It's time. Look, we've got guns here to protect us, and he doesn't believe the kids should have somebody to protect them. Every school that's allowed it has never had a shooting, not even an accidental discharge at any of the schools.
Wow, the irony and cognitive dissonance from the other side of the aisle. It's deafening. You could cut it with a knife. They are at the same time denying that censorship is occurring, but suggesting that there's more material that needs to be censored. This is a hearing on censorship that began with an effort, with a formal motion from the other side of the aisle to censor Mr. Kennedy.
I move that we move into executive session because Mr. Kennedy has repeatedly made despicable anti-Semitic and anti-Asian comments as recently as last week.
They do not want him to speak, yet that is the topic of this hearing. They have kept him from speaking.
Excuse me, point of order. I know that witnesses usually have 5 minutes. I see 10 minutes on board. Is it going to be 10 minutes
We'll
for
give him
every
5
witness?
minutes, but we're pretty lax with this. We'll let him go for.
We are?
Yeah.
I've seen you gavel down on quite a number of witnesses.
Given senators and former Democrat members of Congress and all kinds
He's
of folks.
neither.
on my time.
He's neither.
I'm just saying in past history.
Okay,
in
okay.
committee. But
Let's just watch
you-
the time for all the witnesses.
And if
then.
you want to cut him off and censor him some more, you're welcome to do it.
Oh, that's not my job. That's your job. Why don't you threaten a witness so that they can not want to be a
Mr.
witness?
Kennedy is recognized for his opening statement. We'll give him 5 minutes, more or less, and then we'll move to the next one. Mr. Kennedy, go right ahead. Unanimous consent request.
I ask unanimous consent to submit for the record an amicus brief by the former Attorney General Edwin Meese.
Without objection.
The question presented is whether private citizen Jack Smith lacks authority to represent the United States. I also ask unanimous consent to submit for the record an article titled, "Was it legal to appoint Jack Smith in the first place?" This is a Heritage publication.
Without objection.
I want to start by reading you the appointment clause of the Constitution. Article 2, Section 2, Clause 6 states, "The President shall nominate and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate shall appoint ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States, whose appointments are not herein otherwise provided for, and which shall be established by law." Are U.S. attorneys nominated by the President and confirmed by the Senate according to this appointments clause?
They are appointed by the President, confirmed by the Senate.
Wouldn't you agree that U.S. attorneys are held to the appointments clause because they are delegated some part of the sovereign power of the United States, such as the ability to make indictments and charge individuals with crimes?
I would say that Those are not the reasons why, and a court has already ruled on the question of whether special counsels are subject to the appointments clause in the Mueller case, and ruled that they were not. Was
Jack Smith nominated by President Biden or confirmed by the U.S. Senate?
Look, you're asking me about a case, again, motions filed as just
This is
cited
a
in
simple
another-
question.
No, I'm not
Was
gonna...
Jack Smith nominated by President Biden?
No, he was not.
Was he confirmed by the Senate?
No, he was not.
When was the special counsel statute passed?
There is no special counsel statute. There was an independent counsel statute that was expired.
So it expired. So what gives you the authority to appoint a special counsel? You've created an office in the U.S. government that does not exist without authorization from Congress.